Hi there and welcome back to the M5Stack official channel. I'm Luke and I'm going to be introducing the PBhub today. And we're going to be making a simple project with the PBhub and 3 angle sensors. So previously we looked at the PAhub, which is an I2C expander for I2C devices. The PBhub also goes in the port A, the I2C port, but it's designed for digital and analog inputs, standard GPIO devices. So we'll connect up 3 potentiometers, or we'll connect up 3 angle sensors, and then use them to control various facets of the DAC, or digital to analog converter, which can produce sound on the M5Stack. Let's get started. Okay, here we are in UI Flow, and to start off, first we're going to add a PB unit. So we go into Units and then scroll down to the bottom. Here we are, PBhub, port A, and then we click OK. Now we can see in the units, PBhub has appeared. So what we're going to need to do for this is to get some analog reads. So drag this in here. And we also are going to be using the DAC, digital to analog converter. So we go down into advanced. And at first we need to initialize the DAC. The DAC is can be accessed on both pins 25 and pins 26, but we'll be sticking with 25 as that's where the speaker is also attached to. Okay, then we'll enter a loop. Now we need to map the angle sensors, as there are limits to the frequencies that we can access with each of the different waveforms. So we'll create 3 variables for each of the angle sensors. I'm just going to call this filter. Okay, and then I'll make 2 more. And there we are. So first we're going to set filter 0 to map analog read of port 0. So I have my angle sensors plugged into 0, 1 and 2 of the PBhub. So now the typical range of this is 0 to 1, 0, 2, 3, and I want to map it to 16 to 120,000. As this is if I don't do this, I'll get an error on the screen. Okay, and then our second filter, let's change that to filter 1. So the first filter will essentially be the pitch or the frequency of the note, and the second one is going to be the duration of the note. Okay, so I'll set that to 0 to 2000, and then finally the third, we're going to use this as a delay, so it will alter the time gap between each note. So I'm just going to leave this at 2000 as we'll be putting it in the wait for milliseconds. We could make this longer if we wanted, and need to make sure I change that to 2. Okay, and of course we want to see a readout of these values on the screen to get some context of where we are on the spectrum. So now I'll add these 3 UI labels to show the inputs of each of the 3 angle sensors. Duplicate these. Okay, And now for the final part of the deck, we need to add our waveform generator in here. So for the waveform frequency, we can add in there filter 0. So go back into my variables, add this in here. Okay, and then here we can select the waveform that we're going to use. I'm just going to stick with sine. Actually, something that complicates this is that each of the waveforms have a frequency band that we can use, and so we would have to change all of these values here if we wanted to use the different waveforms. So I'm going to leave it like that. If we did a more advanced program, we could change, we could set functions for each of the waves. Okay, and then for duration, I'm going to use filter 1. Okay, then we have these scale, offset, invert. I've tried meddling with these values, but they do not seem to alter the sound. I'm not sure what they're there for. So finally, we can add a wait for milliseconds, and this is where our final filter variable is going. As I said, this will basically change the duration between each note. And there we go. Let's have a quick test of that. And there we go. Simple way to manipulate sound using 3 different knobs, as if we would do on a regular synthesizer. If you like this project or have some questions about it, make sure you leave a comment down in the comment section, like, subscribe, and I'll see you again next time. Goodbye.